Hello, Make It Yourselfers. I just got another package in the mail for another kit for making my own leather backpack. I'm very excited about this kit. I already showed you how I made my own purse. I've gotten so many compliments on that purse, and people are really excited about it when they hear that I made it myself. Now, of course, I didn't cut the leather myself, but I did all of the sewing, and I really enjoyed that project. And it's been something that I've been wanting to make for quite some time now. But, I didn't know how to go about it, and I looked into trying to buy some of my own leather pieces, and I realized how expensive it is to just just to buy scraps of leather. And so these kits, at first I thought, it seemed like they were kind of expensive, but then when I looked into trying to make it myself, it was going to be just as expensive or more, and I didn't even know where to start. And here they have everything cut for you. All you have to do is sew it together, and they give you video instructions that are really clear. And I had so much fun making the other purse that I wanted to try to make something else. Now, I will say I started to open it because I didn't know what I was getting in the mail. I forgot all about this. And we're just getting ready to take a trip, and I am going to bring this along with me. So I'm going to do my best to document the process of sewing this, but a lot of it I will be doing in the car, and I'll be doing with other people, and I'll probably just record on my phone because it's going to be the easiest way. But I started to take this off, and once I realized what it was, I decided I was going to do the rest of the unboxing on camera. So I'm going to focus my camera on here and show you the unboxing of this. And then I'm going to show you some of the process, but I'll kind of speed through it because you're not going to want to watch me sew this entire backpack. But I just want to show you how simple it is. They teach you all the steps on how to sew up the leather and all the different stitches. And once you get started and you get the hang of it, it goes pretty quickly. So these are really fun. I recommend this would be great for a Christmas present, a birthday present, something for that special someone. You want to make something a little bit more special and say you sewed it for them. And it's really nice quality leather. I really, really love my other purse. So I'm really excited about making this. So let's get started. When I opened the box, the first thing I noticed was this pamphlet that shared information about the company, where to look for the online tutorials, etc. In here it looks like the strap, some scissors for cutting, a clip to hold things in place, some needles, thread, and some hardware for the bag in a certain spot. I'm just going to keep opening up, and it looks like I have all of my leather pieces here, and then they included this cute little leather horse as an accessory to hang on the backpack. As I continue to go through, I see a piece with a zipper. I'm seeing some other small pieces of leather. Will probably hold the straps or something. This looks like the front and the back of the backpack. And then some strips that can be used for piping. I'm going to go now find the instructional video for how to put this backpack together. The video is really great about telling you even how much thread to cut for each part and how to thread the needle properly. And it shows you exactly what stitches to use and what to sew where. In this first step, I'm sewing some strips to either side of the strip with the zipper. And there's several seams here, and there's also a decorative seam. You can see I was on vacation when I was sewing these, so I was doing what I could in the car. It's mostly pictures here because I couldn't take proper video of myself actually sewing. Here you can see I sewed a strip of leather into the strap, which I sewed onto the back part of the backpack. By the time I got home from my short weekend trip, I had already finished most of the center part and the back of the backpack, and it was time to sew them all together. Between the two pieces, I also added the triangular pieces of leather, which were holding onto some hardware, which will hold onto the leather straps. Here you can see that a little bit better. I am finishing up the last part of sewing together the middle piece and the back. And you can see I'm about to put that little triangular piece. I've already sewed the hardware onto it, and that will go right here. Now it's time to start working on the front of the backpack. First, I will be sewing together the pocket for the front. This piece will be the top part of the pocket, and I'm just giving it its shape so that there's room to stick stuff inside the pocket. This piece is the bottom part of the pocket, and you can see I'm basically doing the same thing. I will be giving it some shape to close off the bottom of the pocket. Now it's time to sew the zipper piece onto the center of both pieces. Right now I'm sewing it onto the bottom piece, and then of course I will sew on the top piece. Here you can see the finished pocket with its zipper ready to be sewn onto the front of the backpack. Here I've already sewn on the pocket onto the front, and I am now sewing the front onto the center piece of the backpack. You can see that it is now looking much more like a backpack, and it's really starting to take shape. Here in the pocket, you can see I stuffed it to give it a little bit of shape. That's good for when you first are sewing it up, and you can keep playing with it and just make sure you form the shape well. Here you can see I'm flipping the backpack inside out. I'm going to be taking care of these little pieces of thread by burning them off. And I'm now going to be sewing on the bottom piece of the backpack. Now you'll see I have this long strip that I'm going to be incorporating. I'm going to be adding some piping plastic in there, but first I'm just going to get the first stitch in place so that I can hold everything together and that I can hold the cord in its place. The first stitches of each area are always the hardest. They're a little bit trickier, but once you have everything started, it goes really smoothly. You can see I already put the piping cord in there. It's just a piece of plastic that's going to be giving the piping its shape. The kit comes with this little clip that you can use to hold everything together. It just gives you like another set of hands to make things more comfortable for stitching. You can see, and especially in this part, it came in handy. Now that I've finished sewing the bottom section onto the backpack, I can flip the backpack right side out. I'm excited about this part because I want to see what the finished piping looks like. It was being done on the inside, which is really the outside of the backpack. Here you can see it's in place, but the backpack needs a little bit more forming. The more you play with it, you can get it to take its shape. I'm now able to add the straps to the backpack. Those were already sewed up, so that's nice. I just need to stick them onto this circular clip, which I can clip onto this loop that I sewed onto the back of the backpack. It comes with a little bit harder piece of leather for the inside, and I will be now adding that to give a little bit more structure to the backpack, and I will be sewing on these protective feet to the bottom. And the kit comes with everything you need. It comes with this little screwdriver to help screw those into place. They also come with these plastic covers to keep your hardware from scratching when you use the backpack. Here you can see the finished backpack with the protective feet, and there is the front pocket. Here's the inside. You can see it's nicely finished on the inside, and you can see that it's very roomy. There's room for lots of stuff. This is where I put the little protective feet and screwed them in. And here's the back. You can see that the straps are fully adjustable. There's zippers on each side. And so there's 2 zippers, and then it just clips on with this ring here. Okay guys, I just want to give you some last minute feedback on this backpack that I sewed. I absolutely love it. I actually use it a lot more than I thought I would. I use the purse quite a bit, but purses I generally use a lot more on the weekends. I kind of trade out what I'm using. And this is really the only nice backpack I have with a good zipper. I actually had one that snaps, but then I'm afraid to use it because I always think somebody might be taking my stuff out of my backpack. It can be worn with my dresses on the weekends, and it can also be worn during the week just very casually. It took me a while to do this post because I actually lost one of the feet. So you really want to make sure that you do a good job of screwing those in. And luckily I realized when I was making the video that yes, they had given me an extra one. So I was able to put that back on, and now I really screwed all of them tight to make sure I don't lose these. But you know, you can buy some more on places like AliExpress. I found some, but they weren't quite as large and quite as nice as these. And I also like that these have this protective plastic layer over top of them so the metal doesn't get scratched up either. So I really like the ones that came with the kit. I'm sure that if you actually did lose them and you asked them, you could probably order more of those. So it's probably not a big deal. But I wanted to get this video out and just show you how much I really love this backpack. And I made mine in the navy blue, but there's lots of different colors. This goes really well with my Dress Your Truth wardrobe. I can link to my information about the whole Dress Your Truth program underneath. But I don't generally wear black, and my basic color tends to be navy blue. So I love having things in navy blue. I have a bunch of pairs of navy blue heels, and that tends to be what I go towards, either that or the browns, like I made the other bag in a camel brown, and it's beautiful and I love it too. So I just wanted to show you, it's a great kit. I had a lot of fun making it. And I have been using this actually for several months now, and I use it all the time, and it still looks beautiful. It still looks like new. Here you can see all the stitching I did, and I just really love this backpack. I think these kits are definitely worth doing. I looked up to try to make some of the things myself, and I was looking up bits of leather, and it's just so expensive to try to make your own. And this is just so simple because all the pieces are already cut for you. all the little holes already put in there so that all you have to do is just put it together and sew it. And the videos just do such a great job explaining how to do it. I didn't have any issues with this one, and the only issue I had with the first one was not threading the needle correctly, and that was because I tend to be kind of impatient and I rushed through videos and I didn't look closely at the video to see that I needed to have one needle on each side of the thread rather than have two threads with two needles. So some of those things, if you're rushing through and you're just kind of skimming through videos like I have a tendency to do, you might miss certain things like that. But once you rewatch and you see what your issues are, the videos really do a great job of explaining. I didn't have issues with either one. And of course, I had never worked on any type of leather crafting before making these two bags. So I love these. I really love this company. They've been really, really kind to me. And I just think it's a great product. So yeah. That's about all I have to say for this, and until next time.